I said I'd never do this again, yet here I am. I want to say 3 weeks ago, I did a little vlog called Spinner Wheel Picks How Many Pages I Read a Day, and I hated it. I thought I should never do this again because I felt so burnt out from it. Yet, this morning I woke up and said, I need direction. So here I am thinking, what if I did Spinner Wheel Picks How Many Hours I read in a day? Is it different enough that it'll work for me? I don't know. The difference is I have a hard time limit on this one. We are going to spend 4 days together and that's it. I get possession of my new house on Thursday, and so we have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday to film this vlog. If I don't finish a book, it is what it is. If I don't finish a day, I guess it is what it is. And we're just gonna see if this works for me. I think one of the reasons I think that I want this right now is because I'm not really reading because I feel like my mind's in a little bit of limbo. I am moving. We bought a house, so we get that Thursday, as I said, but we don't know when we're actually moving in. So I have this want, this need to be packing everything up because I'm moving on Thursday, but we are painting the whole house. We're fixing things. We don't know when we're actually going to be moving our stuff in. So I'm not packing things because I still need to work. I can't pack all my books up. I need my library here. I need my clothes still, things like that. So I'm kind of just in limbo and then I'm not doing anything. So I think having a vlog like this where I have a challenge I have to hit every single day would benefit me a little bit because it'll force me to read because I haven't really been wanting to do anything. But like I want to do things, but I don't want to do things at the same time. Like it's not that I don't want to read, but my brain has not been letting me because I'm thinking about all the things maybe I should be doing. So I think that this will help me on that level. I think I'm going to keep it a little more attainable. I've seen people do like some wild hours on this, but realistically, I can't read 8 hours today. I can't read 8 hours tomorrow. I have filming I need to do and things like that. So I think the max I'm gonna put it at is 6. I think 6 is doable for me, but would still be like a bit of a challenge. And then maybe I'll just put some 0.5 hours in. I think that just feels like a challenge but achievable, so fingers crossed it is. And fingers crossed with these like harder limits on this, it'll work for me and give me just direction, because all I want right now is direction in what I'm doing. Let's do our first spin and then I'll talk about the books I'm reading currently because I'm just going to continue them on. Okay, honestly, today I could take a higher number. Okay. 5 hours does feel doable. I'm going to take a suggestion from last time and I'm going to remove this from the board now. So there's like less numbers on it for next time and I feel like accomplished for reading 5 hours. I like knocked that off the wheel. I am technically already into Dungeon Crawler Carl 4. I started it a couple days ago. I'm only like 5 chapters in, but I actually think today I plan on reading the next book in the Ilona Andrews series that starts with Burn for me. I think the second book is White Hot. I believe Arcane has special editions of it that I think are stunning. And so Mel and me want to read the second book to see if we want those special editions because we both felt so-so about the first book. We liked the first book, but we could see the series getting better or we could see the series getting worse. And so we both were like, okay, let's buddy read this. Let's zone in. Let's try to see if this is something that we want on our shelves because they are absolutely stunning. Currently in 2 times speed, the audiobook is only 5 hours and 25 minutes and I probably will hike that up. I typically start my audiobooks pretty slow. Well, slow is relative. 2.0 is slow for me. I like to start at 2 and then I gradually increase as I get used to the narrator, the writing style, as I zone into the audiobook, as I care more, because I find beginnings are a lot easier for me to like zone out on and stuff. So I typically start at 2 and I will increase as I feel like I need to increase. That's something that has always worked for me for audiobooks. Also, if it's the first book in a series that I'm reading, sometimes I'll start the book physically first. So I'll read like 50 pages physically just to understand the character tone and stuff in my own head before an audiobook narrator does it. And I've always found that that has me engaged more when I listen to audiobooks, is starting it physically and then swapping. I did already read book 1 and not too long ago, so I think I'm fine just to jump right into the audiobook on this one. But I will probably by the end of this be at like 2.8 or 3 speed. So this will go down, which means I actually might have to start something else. I wonder if I just zone it up a little bit so that it exactly takes me 5 hours, if that would be good. But I can read some of Dungeon Crawler Carl because I have started that too and I am enjoying it. So we'll see. I'll give you some progress updates, try to check back as I finish things. I'm hoping that this will really work for me this way with like less pressure and a good vibe. And I know my next vlog, because I'm moving, is just me mood reading. I'm just planning to move and do like a weekly reading vlog. So anything I don't finish in this video can just transfer over to that video pretty nicely. So that's really nice as well because there's no like theme or anything to that one. So I think that I planned this well, and I'm really hoping that this version works for me more than the page number version. I think I'm more likely to enjoy reading for a certain amount of hours than a certain amount of pages, because I think when it comes to pages, I'm just like always checking how many pages I have left, versus hours just feels different in my brain. And sometimes, especially if I'm like video gaming while listening to an audiobook, hours escape me. All of a sudden I'm like, wow, I've been listening to this audiobook for 5 hours because I've been playing this game for 5 hours, which is not healthy, but like here I am. And that's kind of my plan for today, is to play Valheim and listen to this audiobook after I film my TBR rolls. I need to do that. We started listening to the audiobook just a little bit before 11 and it's now 2 o'clock, so we are 3 hours in. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm honestly feeling, I think, better than I did when I did the page count one, which is what I was hoping for. Part of it is because I'm just playing video games and listening. To be honest, I'm not really enjoying this book. Okay, that's drastic. I need to rephrase that. It's not that I'm not enjoying it because I'm liking it, but it feels like a 3-star to me. I just think it feels exactly like book 1. So book 1, Burned for Me, follows our world where people have powers through science elements. And our main character hides her power. She has like a truth power, but she runs like a small private investigator agency. And in book 1, she's forced onto a case that is probably going to kill her. Since someone else owns her company, they're forcing her into the case. She ends up knocking it out of the park, obviously. And then her love interest is also working the case with her, but like they don't really get along, but like they do at the same time. And book 2 is pretty much that exact same setup. It's a little bit less forced. She does pick this case, but it's a case that she probably shouldn't take on. She's going to need some help with. And who comes to help her? Big bad Mad Rogan, who is not big and bad at all. And honestly, just still annoys me that she calls him Mad Rogan constantly. She does stop a little bit in this book, but I don't understand the need to call him Mad Rogan every time. We can just call him Rogan. I know who you're talking about. I think that's really the biggest issue I'm having with this one. I just feel like it feels like the exact same setup as book 1, and I wanted progress. I wanted like an epic plot to show up. I am someone who really likes a grand scheme in my stories. I love feeling like each book has its own problem, but its problem builds upon the next one to take down an overarching plot. It's also why I think I'm a TV show watcher over a movie watcher, because movies tend to be about like that plot line, and then yes, the next plot, obviously you had to watch movie 1 to watch movie 2. Well, in some cases you don't, but in a lot of them. But I find in TV shows they build upon each other a little bit more, season to season, episode to episode. And that's what I want in my books too. And I just feel like this one is missing this grand epic plot line for me of like taking a system down or something like that. So I'm struggling with that aspect of it. I don't feel emotionally connected to anything. I feel like our main character is very vanilla, but I also feel like Rogan is very vanilla. I'm not connecting to either of them, and I'm struggling with this one more than I struggled with book 1, which is really sad because I actually really wanted those special editions. However, my money could use the fact that I don't like this. Like, my money is feeling good because saving money as I'm buying a first house and I have to afford a mortgage and furniture and stuff feels pretty good, which is why I knew I wanted to try book 2 before just like diving into buying the entire special editions, and I'm glad I did because I don't think I'm gonna get them. I'm still gonna continue this book and finish it. I'll be able to finish it today. Honestly, how long is this series? Should I DNF it? As I'm talking to you here, I'm like, there are a lot of complaints I have and I don't think I'm that interested. Should I just DNF it? Because it's 6 books long, and if I'm already not invested in book 2 because I don't understand what the plot is, how is there 6 books? I don't know what to do. I could DNF it and just jump back into Dungeon Crawler Carl. I guess I'll just update you in a couple hours when I've decided what I'm doing or like where I'm at in the book, because currently I don't know what to do. Also, I kind of lost my place in the audiobook and I'm like, do I care enough to find it again? And I think that's a sign that I should probably DNF. But also, like, part of me feels like I need to finish it. I don't know. Why do I feel this way? I haven't moved from the spot yet, but I think I'm gonna DNF it. I don't think I care. And I think that's gonna hurt a lot of people's feelings because I feel like a lot of people love this series. I'm just updating you that it is 4:13 p.m., which means I'm done my 5 hours for the day. Honestly, I flew through those. I ended up DNFing the last audiobook, and I ended up switching to Dungeon Crawler Carl 4, and I much more enjoyed that moment of my day. I think that went a lot faster, and I was actively like trying to pay attention to the story versus the first one. I found myself zoning out a lot because I just like wasn't interested. So when I'm not interested in a book, it's so much easier just to like not pay attention when I listen to the audiobook or something, but when I'm interested, I'm like going back if I miss something and stuff like that. So I'm really happy that I switched over. I think that made a much better call for me. I would be willing to try White Hot. Is that what it's called? I would be willing to try it physically if people told me that there is an overarching plot line eventually. But I think audiobook wise, while I'm doing things, it wasn't for me. And I'm still not sure if the whole story will be for me at all either, because I didn't really like engage with the characters either. Versus Dungeon Crawler Carl, the characters I really, really feel for. I actually got all the way to chapter 14, so I'm 36% into the 4th book, and I've been flying through these audiobooks. The character growth in these is far better than most series I've ever seen. They still have issues, but like especially in Princess Donut, she is a cat at the beginning, and she's still a cat now, but the way she gains her humanity and changes so much throughout the series has been something so incredible to read. I've really, really been enjoying the Dungeon Crawler series, and so I'm happy to be back into it. I'm sure this is what I'll be listening to tomorrow as well, but I'm done reading for today. I am calling it quits. I'm gonna feel no pressure to read any more than this because I read for 5 hours, and that feels incredible, and I think that I deserve to just do whatever I want for the rest of the evening. I do have Vampire Diaries tonight with my Patreon, so I do have to watch that at 7 p.m, but I have some hours between then, and I'm probably just gonna play video games with my friends. But very, very happy that I am done my first day, and I feel good about it. Let's hope it carries on till tomorrow, because I do think I felt good about my first day in the page count vlog as well. But I didn't feel stressed at all today to get those pages done because it was just hours and I knew it was doable. So really hoping this continues tomorrow. Tomorrow is a big filming day for me though, so I'm hoping that we get a shorter amount so that I can film and edit and do everything I need to do tomorrow and not have to feel stressed either. I literally just finished filming my TBR, and so I need to do my spin. It's already 12 o'clock and I haven't had coffee yet. I've done a lot of work and I need to edit this video. I have a sponsorship going on in it, so I need to edit the video to get them to have approval. The turnaround on sponsorships is always really tight in my opinion. But I need to do my spin, and I'm really, really hoping for like not a lot of hours because I'm also watching Dancing with the Stars tonight with my sister. It's her first time watching. She watched the first episode and then she was like, hey, would you like to watch this together? So we're doing that, and I'm very excited to do that, but it means I don't have a lot of reading time. But we're gonna do this. We're gonna see what I get, I guess. This is stressful. Wait. Did the gods of reading finally listen to me? I swear I always get long numbers. Always. 1.5? I can do that no problem. What the? Incredible. They knew it. They knew I needed it. Does this mean I'm probably going to have a lot to read tomorrow? Yes, they'll probably get back at me. But do I have plans tomorrow? Not really, so that's okay. Today was just my big planning day. I'm gonna make a coffee now though, because like not having coffee and it already being noon, that's depressing. I should also make lunch, but I also need to edit this thing. Life is hard. Good morning. I did end up reading for the hours I was supposed to read yesterday. I just didn't really update you because I had nothing to say. That is a struggle with this because I'm on to book 4 of Dungeon Crawler Carl, and I feel like I've said everything I want to say about this book. I love the storyline. I love these characters. I love the depth we're going into capitalism, and I think in the pages I read yesterday, we really saw a lot of the political maneuvering behind the scenes to keep people at bay happen, and I thought that was interesting, like seeing the small things. I'm really interested in one of the characters, Zev, and like what's going on with her. I think that that's a really important storyline to this story and to the anti-capitalism conversation that we're having, because it's showing how they put people in their place and how they really like use their power to keep people contained and submissive. So like I really do enjoy this story. Like I have so many positive things to say about it, but I'm just on book 4. I did a whole vlog where I binged 3 of the books and I feel like I've said everything I need to say. So my hour and a half yesterday, I did not have much to say, so I didn't update you. But today I need to spin and see how much I'm reading for. I feel like I'm gonna get a lot today, which is fine because I'm worried this is going to be a 1 book vlog because this is the second last day. We have today and tomorrow, and then the vlog is ending. And because it's 1 book, I don't want it to be 1 book that I don't have a lot to say on because I'm just like vibing so hard with it and really enjoying it. Sometimes it's better when I don't enjoy a book for talking, because then I have complaints that I can talk to you about. When I'm just like vibing so hard, I'm like, what do I talk about? Because I love the same things throughout the entire book. So like it's really hard to like conversate about a book I'm loving, which is like really interesting because obviously I want to share the things I'm loving with all of you. But sometimes it's really, really hard to talk about versus a book that I have complaints for. It's really easy to talk about those things. And I think that that's a very interesting fact of life, how much easier it is to talk and like complain about things than share my enjoyment and my love of things. And I need to work on that a little bit more. But today we're gonna spin. I'm actually working on Realmathon 5 though, so that's gonna be a struggle because literally last night the theme came to me and I have been so drained this year. Normally I have the next Realmathon planned 2 months ago. Like normally I'm so on top of it. I read something, I feel inspired, and I did just read something and feel inspired, and that's why the idea came to me. And I'm really excited for this year's theme, but it means that I have a lot of work to do in a short period of time. But I'm happy it came to me now rather than later, and the sun is starting to come out. Because now, like, I still am ahead of time. I do a Patreon month-long readathon in November every single year that is a little like preview of Realmathon. It normally helps people like pick their team. I did a sorting hat one year. Last year was like a quest, and I have ideas for a character creation this year. I'm not 100% sure that's gonna work, but I need to plan it. And also I'm busy all of October, so if I want to do it in November, I need to have everything planned like right away. I was debating moving it to December and I thought that would be fine. I still want to have it, but if I need the extra time, that will happen. But right now I'm like really inspired by my idea. I have thoughts going. I'm gonna try and work on bookmarks today, so I'm gonna listen to the audiobook while I do that. And I'm really excited for what I think this theme could be. It's always fun to like create a whole story and backstory and theme and world every year. So I've been so creatively drained, and I was really worried that like Realmathon 5 wasn't happening because I just couldn't figure it out. And I think I figured it out. And that's so exciting for me because it's like my little baby, and like I love when I just like feel so obsessed with it. And I think I'm starting to feel that way this year. I felt that way the last 2 years every time I came up with a concept. Like I've had like mini concepts each year. I think I go through like 4 different concepts before I get there, and I'm like, this is what it's gonna be, and I tell people that this is what it's gonna be, and then I change it because it just like wasn't creatively inspiring. But there's always a moment where I come up with an idea and I go, that's it. And I think I got that one this time. Like I feel it. Like I think that this is it. Like I feel so fulfilled by this concept. And that's how I like to make things on my channel. I'm very much, I have to like things, I have to enjoy things, I have to feel creative about things, I have to feel inspired by things, I have to feel fulfilled by the content I'm making. And Realmathon is no different. And I'm very excited that I finally got to it. Let's turn the lighting down so I'm not completely glowing, and I'm out of focus now. Okay, and let's do the spin. Wait, my spinner wheel is gone. Okay, I have to make a new spinner wheel. I think I just did 1.5 in 5 hours, right? Okay, that's what I left off the wheel, so hopefully that's correct, and we are going to spin and see what I get. One. I don't want 1 hour today. I guess I'll just read for 1 hour, and then if I read more, I read more, because I think I have 5 hours left in Dungeon Crawler Carl 4, and I could probably finish that today. Because I'm like, do I respin? But also, am I then testing fate if I respin? This challenge went, I know we were mean to you last time, so this time we're going to be really nice to you, but I don't want 1. But I guess I can always surpass it. Like I can always go over it, right? Let's just do that. Let's just like keep it at 1, stay super chill, and just surpass it, and hopefully I'll finish finished DCC4 today and I can start another book tomorrow. I probably won't finish it, but it is what it is. I'm literally just updating you to say that I finished my hours for the day. I actually think I read for 2.5 hours, so I made some good progress. And the Ramadan bookmarks are looking good. I'm very excited for them, but I'm gonna go play video games now. So I'll update you more of my thoughts tomorrow when we do another spin. Good morning. I did finish yesterday's hours. I think I did say that in a random clip. And I've actually already started working on today's because it's house possession day. We get the keys at some point today, and so I'd like to be done this vlog before then because I'm not really that well prepared either. I'm not very packed. I'm not very ahead of schedule. Like, I'm not ahead of content at all, and I was hoping to be so that I wouldn't have to work while we moved, but it is what it is. But this obviously did become a one book vlog, but I did roll this morning because I knew I wanted to listen while I got ready, and I want to be done this vlog before we get the keys, I think. So we can get the keys anywhere from like 11 on, and we were told to expect to get them a little bit later. So I was like, okay, let's spin early, let's listen while we get ready, and then really just like grind this out. I was really hoping I didn't get like a really long one, and it was nice to me. I ended up getting 2.5 hours, which is actually perfect and unplanned for, but my audiobook had 2 hours and like 26 minutes left in it, so I'm gonna count that as a full 2.5 hours. I don't need to be starting another book just to read 4 minutes of it, so this is really working well in my favor. Dungeon Crawler Carl 4 I have really enjoyed. I feel like they're all starting to run together. Theo, what are you playing with? My cat's playing with something if you can hear it. They're all kind of starting to run together, which is my own fault for like binging them, but I'm just like so attached that I want to continue to binge it. I will say I really liked that we got some new characters in this one, and I kind of cared about them, and I liked seeing Carl have to work well with others and to give others like strong parts to do. I liked the politicalness that we got into it with some like the lawsuits and stuff, and I feel like we've had some really funny one-off comments about things like how the AI's life is protected but their life isn't protected because they're literally in this dungeon. I think there was a comment about how no religion is profit free, and I liked that. I like a lot of the things they're saying, and lots of times they're just one-off funny comments, but they're deeper than that, and they're a commentary on our civilization, and that's I think what I've loved about this series so much. Is like, yes, it's this crude humor, but it's crude because like, how else do you look at our life sometimes? How else do you look at what's happening and not just want to laugh at like how awful it is? I think that's why this has really worked for me, because I relate to the humor in a lot of ways. I relate to just being like, the world is shit, so I'm just gonna laugh at it like and make jokes, and that is good for my sanity, and that keeps me going and keeps me from breaking. So I've really related to that aspect and really enjoyed it. I think side character wise we saw some new characters, but I feel like Princess Donut did not shine in this book for me, and I wanted to see more of Momo, and I did want to see more of the manager, even though we did see a little bit of him, but I don't know. I think this was really about Carl and then the new characters that we saw, because it was really about Carl's journey with them, and I did enjoy that aspect. Like, I enjoyed caring about those characters because Carl cared about them and things like that. I've had a really good time with book 4. I'm not done it yet. I think I have like an hour and a half left. I've listened to about an hour so far, so let's grind that out and then get my house today. I didn't finish my hours in time. I think I still have 40 minutes of listening time, so 40 minutes of hours, but our realtor just got the key, so we're heading over to our house to get the key and do like our final walkthrough. I'm excited. Hi, I'm Phoebe, and welcome to my crib. But we're officially homeowners. It's been a little bit since I've talked to you. It's Wednesday, and this vlog was supposed to end last Thursday. Technically it did. Technically I finished Dungeon Crawler Carl 4. I just was so busy that I had no time to sit down and film this vlog clip. Essentially, we've been working on the house. We are renovating it a little bit. Not a lot, but still like a lot of things keep adding up. We had aluminum wiring in the house, which means that we have to fix that. But my boyfriend and his dad are electricians, so they were just doing it themselves. So that was nice and easy, but it is like time consuming. Then we want to paint, so we were picking our paint samples, we're priming priming, we're mudding, we're sanding. We're doing a lot of like little things. It's just time consuming, and I'm spending all day at the house and coming home and literally watching Love Island games and falling asleep. But on top of that, I actually ended up scratching my cornea. So I ended up one day not at the house, pretty much sitting in the dark with sunglasses on. I have a picture every time Nick FaceTimed me because he was at the house, so he needed like decisions to be made. He just couldn't stop laughing because I'm literally just like this. But it hurt so bad. I ended up like feeling like there was something in my eye and then having to go to the optometrist the next morning, and she says I had a like really deep cut, deep enough that it could scar, so it is like a little scary, but it's not in my vision, thank the Lord. So I'm just like on some stuff to help fix that currently. The first day though, it hurt so bad. It felt like there was like a piece of glass in my eye and I was just like scraping over it. Right now it's feeling better. Your eyes heal pretty fast. It's just that I was like re-injuring it technically, but I'm on some stuff to help with that. So I've just been very, very, very busy. My top tier on Patreon did get like a little 6-minute walk through the house. That's an empty house tour, and that was really exciting, which is what the like welcome MTV clip is from. And then I don't know, we're just spending our days there renovating. It's really hard work. It's really tiring, but it also feels really rewarding. Like Nick and me were just sitting on the couch yesterday like, this is ours, which is a lot of fun. But this vlog needs to be wrapped up. I have not read a single thing since Thursday, so I finished Dungeon Crawler 4, finished my time, and then that was it. This did work for me a lot better than page count. You could see this again for me in the future. I think with the hours, I think this really, really did work for me. So I'm very happy because the page count one did not. That vlog is me just like working through why I didn't think it worked for me. So I'm interested to see how I feel if I do this again. Obviously, I also got really less times. The wheel was in my favor, but it worked for me. I enjoy Dungeon Crawler 4. I think it's my second favorite in the series so far. I feel like I got a lot of escalations on the plot that I like within that. Like I love the political commentary and the commentary on capitalism and how it's just like a direct critique of capitalism. It's not necessarily like taking the side of like, I mean, we are trying to take down it, but it's not as in your face about taking it down. It's definitely more of a critique, and that is something that I can find very nuanced and I really enjoy about the series. I'm enjoying the character depth, and also I wish I had filmed me reading the last chapter because that epilogue, those final chapters, my mouth dropped open, and I honestly don't know how I haven't started 5. It's been helpful that I've been busy, and also I don't have an Audible credit right now, and they're Audible exclusives, and I don't want to give Audible more money, so I'm waiting for my Audible credit to come in, and then I will get 5 going and I will listen to it, and I'm very excited because I just think that plot that I like really escalated in that final chapter, and I think it's just going to keep escalating, and I'm really, really excited for that. A 4-star from me. These have been solid 4 stars across the board. I'm hoping that as I continue, I might end up even giving higher ratings to some of the later books as I'm like really, really invested in everything, but solid 4 stars from me. They're fun, they're enjoyable, they're also deep, they're nuanced. I really enjoyed it. I loved the plot in this one quite a bit. I thought it didn't feel like a side quest. It felt like a little part to help the overall plot. It didn't feel like we went somewhere else, if that made sense. And I really did enjoy that aspect. And I had some really gut-wrenching feelings about it. The discussion on like grief and how people handle their grief was really good with like, there's a character that pops back up in this book and I forgot about them. And I feel like Carl and them had all forgotten about them too. And I was like, of course they hadn't forgotten about it because grief. And I just like thought the way they all handled it was very well. It was like how everyone handles grief slightly differently. Everyone handles things in their own way. And I thought that was really well represented in the series so far. I'm really enjoying it. I think it's a really good time. So I definitely recommend. And thank you so much for hanging out with me. I don't know when my next vlog will be because as I said, I'm not reading and I'm not really filming. I'm hoping to show you guys like bits of the house as we move in and stuff. We got our kitchen in, but nothing super done yet. I'm hoping to move in soon, but renovations, we're behind already. They take so much time. Anyways, I'm gonna leave some videos on the screen for you to check out, at least in the meantime while I'm a little bit MIA. I'm so sorry that posts might be a little delayed. Hopefully not too much, but I gotta get a new librarian. I need to get the new librarian to film. And I'm so excited for all the bookshelf space I'm about to have. And if you made it all the way to the end of this video and you'd like to leave me an emoji just to say you were here, leave me some kind of clock emoji and have yourselves an absolutely remarkable day.